research organizations, private sector, other statistical offices, is crucial for us, and that's also one reason we are here in Argentina and talking to INDEC. And one of the things in this area, what is now physically present, is the Center for Big Data Statistics, and I will come back to that. I will come back to that now. We started the Center for Big Data Statistics in September last year, so it's now 7-8 months on its way formally. I'm not saying that before that period we did not do anything on big data, because it was already a very big area of research in our institute. But we have pinpointed, set very ambitious goals around that time, and we officially launched the Center for Big Data Statistics during a state visit of our Prime Minister to Korea, by signing an agreement with our South Korean colleagues, COSTAT. And we said we are going to create a big data program with these and these goals. I will come back to that later. We are creating a physical center for big data statistics, so that is a physical place in our office in Heerlen, where we create space for us to work on big data programs together with other organizations. So it's really a place where other organizations can come to our organization and work with us on projects that lead to the goals we have set within our big data program. Let me first start, when we're talking about big data, our definition of big data, because it's probably a little different than you might expect. Because a statistical bureau works with data to describe a phenomenon. And traditionally, we got this data by surveying. And in technical terms, we call this primary data collection. So that's the the normally used way of collecting data to describe a phenomenon in the society, unemployment or BBP or whatever, or all kinds of social statistics. More and more, and we already started with that 2.5 decades ago, we are using secondary data, which means we are using the official registers, the administrative data from the government. That has developed in such a way that now, by law, we have all the administrative data in the Netherlands available at CBS online in order to make official statistics. That last point is important. And now there is a third type of data that becomes available, and that is, and we're not calling that tertiary data, I've not heard that name before, but we call that sensor data. So all these sensors, all this data that is produced by the sensors in the society, by mobile phones, by smart energy meters in houses, by sensors in roads, by the internet, by whatever, we are trying to get into CBS, into our world, and make official statistics from. This is one of the goals of this big data program. Well, let me say something about this whole administrative data part. We are using, in Holland there are, I think, 18 official big administrative databases. And like I said, by law, we have all of these data at CBS. So think about all the municipality data with all the inhabitants of the Netherlands, with all the information. The information about education of people, all the tax data we have in-house. But you can see for yourself land and buildings, the vehicle registration, all kinds of health data. We have all these data in-house. And this is added with, I think, 100 or 180 other smaller databases from government agencies and local and national governments that we have in-house. And if we do not have it in-house, by law, we are allowed to ask for these data, and it's obligatory to give it to us. What has happened by using administrative data, you can see in this picture, I tried to put it in this picture, is that from the moment we went to use administrative data, we have reduced the use of primary data enormously. We're currently at a status where we have reduced the use of survey data by 80%. So the burden of asking with surveys is something we send out by mail or by email or by web to citizens of companies. We have reduced that burden that we have on the society already by 80%. And by using administrative data in combination with survey data, we were able to increase the possibilities of making statistics. Now what is happening now is, and that's of course the vision that we have on using big data, is the following. is that by using big data, including the administrative data, we can even reduce the using survey data. Well, our very ambitious goal is to reduce it to 0. That's probably too ambitious, but minimalize the survey footprint. And you can see that probably a lot of statistics we can make without any surveying at all. And in some statistics we probably need some surveying, but probably of a different nature, at least a lot smaller. And in the other way, in the other dimension, we can do a lot more of statistics that we are not able to do currently. For example, we can describe a wider range of phenomena of the society. We can make more high-resolution statistics more easily. For example, on a regional level, in provinces or in cities. And that is very interesting when we're talking about the Sustainable Development Goals, but that requires an enormous amount of new type of phenomena that we have to describe, which would be impossible, or at least very expensive to do by using survey data or administrative data. Now to the big data program. So we have set in the onset of our big data program, we have set 3, what we think are very ambitious and man to the moon type of goals. First of all, we said, by using big data, sensor data, and then in combination with maybe with the other data, we are going to make all kinds of new and more detailed statistics. And then, for example, of course, with the Sustainable Development Goals requirements in mind. The second very interesting option is that by using sensor data, readily available sensor data, and that you can get online, you can make real-time statistics. And again, real-time is of course the very ambitious goal, but providing statistics much faster than we can do now by using survey data or administrative data is very attractive for end users. And like I already said, the third goal is the 0 footprint. So we want to reduce the burden that we have put on the society by asking for data to describe phenomena in the society and bring it back. We try to do that to 0. Like I said, that will be not possible in all areas, at least not on short notice. The bottom line on this, literally the bottom line of this sheet is important, because the goal, the overarching goal of this big data program is that it should lead to production of statistics. So this is an innovation, it's not a research program in trying to find out what we can do with big data and then make a proof of concept or a pilot project. No, the end goal of these projects that we are building in this innovation program is production of statistics. We are going to reduce current statistics by making statistics with sensor data, with big data. Otherwise, you're not innovating. Innovation is creating added value for your end users, and the moment you are not able to produce the real statistics out of it and put it back in the field, you're not creating innovation. And that's the goal. Like I said, one of the challenges, of course, we have set a very ambitious goal that will require a lot of effort to get that in place, and that needs resources. You need resources to do that. And like I said, one of the solutions or attempts that we are going to do is working together with as much as possible other organizations that are willing to help us in reaching our goals. And of course, finding also something that is interesting for these other organizations to work with us. This is the result of 8 months of building ecosystem around this big data program. So I think that's pretty impressive. You see here, these are organizations that have signed MOUs with us, or have said that they are willing to work with us in developing projects. And you see that there is, do I have a light here? No, it doesn't work. That there are local governments. You will see that there are other national statistical offices all over the world that are interested to work with us. Universities, national and international universities, research organizations, but certainly also the private sector, like IBM and KPN, which is the biggest national telecom provider in the Netherlands, Microsoft. They have said, what you are doing at CBS is so interesting that we say we want to look and talk to you in developing projects to make sure that you will reach your goals. This creates the possibility to actually do something. You might be interested to look at our website. It's not in Spanish, I'm sorry about that, but at least it's in English. So it's if you go to our website, every project that we are doing within our big data program, so not finalized projects, but ongoing projects, we are putting on our website and tell what we are doing. And we invite you to provide feedback. So we provide the world, we ask the world, provide feedback on what we are doing. If you are a developer and you have a good idea and you see you might be able to do it another way and I want to help you, you can put that on the website, you can mail us. If you're an end user, you might say, well, you are doing this, but I am more interested in having this later on. You can put it on our website and we'll react to it. It works very well already. It's now in place. You know, we're still constructing it and improving it, but we get a lot of reactions from the world, so to speak, with comments that are very useful for us. I will show some examples later on. This is just things that you can find on the website already about roads, big data from the road sensor network and social media and telecom data, but I will come back to that later a little bit more. Of course, we have a lot of challenges to overcome in order to put this in place and import. In order to make innovation, to create innovation by using big data. And of course we have in mind that we have to find the data sources, and there's a methodological issue on using sensor data compared to using survey data. And that we run probably in some areas into all kinds of legal constraints of using sensor data, etc. But we know them, we look at them, but we're not focusing really on them, because we want to create innovation and we want to create solutions. And I want the next page. That's not working.